So we know we made $36 in 8 total hours. So how much could we, or how could we figure out how we how much we made, excuse me, in just 1 hour?
Can you use division?
Yeah, you can use division. So what are we going to divide by?
I think I did that.
It's 450.
Well, how'd you get that?
Divide 36 and 8.
Yeah, so we would take 36 total dollars that we made, divide that by our 8 hours. And what did you get?
I got 450.
$4.50 per hour, which is really terrible, but
I actually multiplied first though, then I divided because I was stuck.
Nice. Yeah, so this gets it down to how much we make in 1 single hour. So this is how much we make in a single.
Apply that by 30.
Yeah, well, okay, so good question. The whole thing was asking us how much we make when we work for 30 hours. So if we make $4.50 in 1 hour, Navre, can you tell me how we could figure out how much total money we would make for 30 hours of work?
I did 450 times 30.
Beautiful. We take 450 and multiply by 30. And what did you get when you did that?
135.
Very good. We make $135.
Baby here. Oh, my fault. I forgot I had it on.
So this stuff is super important because obviously you guys either do work or will work, and it's really important to know how much you're getting paid and if the person is paying you correctly. So this is some good practical mathematics for you guys to learn. What questions do you guys have about part A? Any questions?
You said what about part A?
What questions do you guys have about part A?
I'm good.
You're good.
When you did 36 divided by 8, do we have to divide first? Because I multiplied that.
What did you multiply?
36 times 8.
So you took 36 and multiplied by 8, and then what did you do after that?
I did first I got 4.5, then that's when I multiplied that by 30 and still got the same thing.
So you shouldn't get 4.5 if you multiply 36 and 8. You should get something much bigger.
That's what I did, but I was like, that got nothing to do with what it's telling us. That's why I was like, I had to divide it.
Yeah. This would be like if you did this, multiplying this by 8 would mean that you were doing 8 days in a row. If you multiplied by 8. Okay. But that's not what we want to do for this. So that's a really good question and a really good thing to like ask. But it is not what we need to do for this problem. So good question. Anything else? Okay, so we will go ahead and do part B. It says, how much does the job pay for each hour worked? So we had to find this in part A to get part A. So part B is just this little section right here. Okay. All right. So we could take 36 and we divided it by 8, and that gave us $4.50 per hour. Okay. So part B is already done for you. Questions about that? Okay, and then part C, it says, how can the amount of money earned be expressed as a function of the number of hours worked? So we want the amount of money earned. We can use a variable. We can do M. I think I remember somebody using M yesterday. So M is going to be the amount of money that we're working or making. And we want to write it as a function of the number of hours worked. So we need to have some sort of constant in here and then the number of hours. Okay, so M is going to be equal to our money earned. And H is going to be our number of hours worked. Does anybody have any ideas about how this equation should be set up?
I did something like that.
You think it should be what?
I said I did something like that.
All right, what did you put right here? What should we multiply the number of hours worked by to get our total amount of money that we earned?
450.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we take the number of hours that we earned, multiply by $4.50 because we earn that much each hour, and that should give us our total amount of money earned. So this is our function of money earned in terms of number of hours worked. The phrase in terms of means that we need to have whatever variable this is on the opposite side of the equal sign. Okay, so if it says in terms of money, then money needs to be on the opposite side of equal sign as the thing at the beginning of the sentence. That wasn't a fabulous explanation. So what questions do you guys have about it?
It would be the same for C. It would be the same if the parentheses weren't there, and it'd just be a multiplication sign, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so that's number 2 in total. Does anybody have questions about number 2? Anything at all?
No.
No.
Okay, let's move on to number 3.
I already turned mine in.
Huh?
I said I already turned mine in.
That's okay. If you want to resubmit it, you should be able to resubmit it as many times as you want.